What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope you enjoyed your weekend and your Monday is off to a lovely start. Maybe you're listening to this episode early in the morning, which doesn't usually happen on Mondays these days. So happy to bring it to you early this Monday morning, or maybe you're listening Monday afternoon or Tuesday, whatever day you're listening. Welcome back. How we feeling?
Good. We're here on Saturday.
Yes.
I guess this is kind of confusing, but we are recording this on Saturday, which has ever happened?
I don't think so. I don't think so
either.
No, it's a nice little rainy Saturday though today.
It is, but I do think it's going to clear up. This afternoon's going to be lovely. That's my weather report.
Oh, nice. A lovely little Saturday
afternoon. That is my weather report. But yeah, it was a rainy Friday night as well, which I enjoy. Like,
yeah,
sometimes
cozy up on a Friday.
It's been so hot. Sometimes you just need like a break.
Yeah, cozy on up. I went to Thursday night. I went to one of our friends from high school is like trying to break into comedy, and he like performed at Broadway Comedy Club, and they give these, trying comics like 5 minutes, whatever. I just have to really say that I admire anybody who gets up there. There were people from all different ages. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yep. Older women, older men, younger women, younger men. And it's like, I admire that, like you have a passion, and maybe you waited all this time and you're like, fuck it. I'm this age, I'm going to try this now, I was sitting there in awe, and maybe some weren't the funniest.
It is very impressive.
But it doesn't matter.
Thing to do.
It's so impressive. Yeah. Like I left there being like, wow, I'm really proud of all these
Noah's
people.
brother.
Yeah, my brother's gonna love that.
I think I left there feeling like
very impressive,
like so impressed, and like I admire that because I don't think I would ever be able to do that, and I just think it's so impressive. Anybody can get up there and do it.
When I've gone to see him, and when there's like a lineup of a bunch of people just doing like open mic, and there's always gonna be some that just bombs so badly that it's like uncomfortable, but I'm still like, the fact that they're like powering through it.
No, I find it to be the most impressive thing, because there obviously were a couple of people that like that's gonna happen, and they're still up there, like they're not running off the stage. Right. I feel like if that happened to me, I would be like, why the fuck aren't you guys laughing? Like I would start yelling at the crowd.
That was a famous thing, I think, that when Larry David was like really young, that people say he would do, where he would like, if the crowd wasn't laughing, he would just like walk off stage.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I find it so impressive, the people that like stick it out. Like I really admire it. I haven't been to like a lot of shows like that. Like I've been to comedy shows before, but I haven't been to like a lot of open mics where it's people just like trying to break into comedy. And I was feeling like
inspired.
Yeah, inspired, and also just like a little emotional for everybody. I was like, this is just so cool.
I had a conversation with Pilot Pete at Hannah's event on Tuesday. He was there.
Is he trying to break into comedy?
No. He asked me about it. He was like, "Oh, you guys ever done this?" Obviously, it was Hannah. We were there for Hannah's stand-up special. I was like, "Oh God." I was like, "Oh no." I mean, we do live like podcast shows, and he was like, "Oh, you do? Like that's cool." Blah blah blah, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, there's just such a difference." He was like, "You guys are so funny." I'm like, "We are funny, but like it would be very scary to be up there alone."
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I think it's
for me personally.
It's fun.
That's scary. It's
fun to bounce off each other, and there's not so much pressure in being so funny. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like people know they're coming to a show where they will be entertained.
Yeah.
But we're not broadcasting ourselves as comedians.
Right.
So if they leave with a laugh, it's a
right.
It's
we're
a
like
plus.
There are jokes and we do laugh.
Yes.
But we're not putting that label on it.
No, there's no label on it. Exactly. It's like you leave pleasantly surprised that you were laughing the whole time.
Exactly.
Which I think is good for us. And I don't know if I would ever be able to do that. Watching, I'm like, I would never try. I'm going to be completely honest. Like I just, going down that path
to be a stand-up.
To be a stand-up isn't for me.
Yeah.
But I have a false sense of confidence that like maybe I could pull out a 5.
I also
maybe
you 100% could.
Maybe.
It's not
it
even
wouldn't.
Maybe you do it all the time.
And like it probably wouldn't be the best.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe I'd get a couple laughs. Maybe
But
I'd
it
bomb
just
a little bit.
wouldn't be. You would do you could do it. It just wouldn't be you do it all. You literally do it all the time.
And that's the thing. I don't label it, so that's
right.
That's the plus.
But that's when you tell old stories or family stories or this. There's always a punchline. There's always there's always you're given sometimes 10.
Yeah.
My thing is I don't get how they do the same material over and over, just in general stand-up comedy, and make it seem like it's the first time they're saying it. I would get tired.
That's impressive.
That is a very good skill.
It's an art.
I thought that. No, I had the same thought because I was watching Hannah's special, and she told the same joke that she had told on Jimmy Fallon, but it was just a couple lines here or there tweaked.
Yeah.
Not even tweaked. I think sometimes you just catch yourself saying something a little different. It's you get to the punchline's still the same, but the journey could be a little different.
Right, and you find different ways to say it.
Yeah.
I love a callback. I love a callback joke.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, oh my God, I left with a huge smile on my face. I was like, oh, what a lovely little night.
That's so nice.
Yeah, and then
I love a good comedy show.
Yeah, me too. Just as why don't we just sit here and laugh, you know? Friday was just, packing it in, getting all the shit done before Fiji. I got pink nails. I got pink.
I was also thinking about pink.
I got pink chrome nails.
I think I'm going.
Are you going pink chrome?
I think I'm going to go before we leave, hopefully, if I have time. If not, these will last.
Yeah, those look good.
They're just a little grown out, but
they look good.
They'll be okay. But I would like to do something else.
A little funky, a little fun. I
like that.
I almost painted palm trees on there, and I said, no.
Oh, no, yeah.
When you come back, you won't like it.
Much.
It's my birthday when I come back, and I was like, I don't know if I want palm trees for, my birthday.
Right.
So yeah. Oh my gosh.
I know.
I got smiling from ear to ear.
I got a new pedicure, and I smudged it bad. So
I can't
see
notice.
it on my big toe.
Oh, pretty though.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's a nice color.
It's a beautiful color. Fuchsia.
But I'm hoping that if I go, I hope if I get my nails done, maybe they could just do a little.
Yeah, they could fix it right up.
Quick touch up.
Fix it right back up.
Just a little nail change. But yeah, no, we're crossing everything off the list.
We are. Remember when I said I had a feeling this was going to be the best summer ever?
When did you say that?
I said it on
the beginning of the summer.
Yeah, on one of the podcasts. I'm pretty sure I said that I felt like this was going to be the best summer ever. If I didn't say it out loud, I definitely thought it in my head, and I said it to people around me for sure. And it's gearing up to it.
It's living up to that title.
I'm this is fucking awesome. Smiling ear to ear. Guys, we're going to Fiji. We're gonna have a great little trip together. It's gonna be so much fun. Then we come home and we're going to the Jersey Shore.
It's crazy.
It's my birthday.
It is.
After the Jersey Shore, I might be you might not see me for a couple months.
we might. I'm going right to a wedding.
Yeah, we might need some time to recover. But it's actually good. It's go, and then you crash.
We'll
crash eventually.
We'll wither away eventually.
From the sounds of it, coming back is harder than going there. The time difference.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, it really is, and I've been saying it because I was out Friday night and I was laughing because people have seen we're going to Fiji, but on social and stuff we're not we leave Monday. It's we're going to Fiji. So everyone's like, oh my God, you're going to Fiji when you leave? I'm like, Monday. They're like, oh my God, Monday?
Literally this Monday.
I'm like, no, literally Monday.
Monday to Monday / Tuesday.
It's just
whatever day. I don't fucking know what day it is.
The timing that we leave, we lose time going there, but it's crazy because I was like, we leave Monday night, Fiji time, and basically get home late Monday night.
It's so weird. It's so weird.
We basically get home Monday night.
Guys, we need to hydrate. We need electrolytes.
Yep.
We need to keep it going. We need the body system. We need it moving. We can't let it slow us down.
I agree.
We need to hydrate, electrolytes.
Make
Very
sure everyone
important.
brings their little electrolyte packs. I have a ton of them. I'll bring a lot.
Yes, so do I. Let's all stack up. Make sure you elevate your legs at some point during the flight. You don't want to be, long time. Guys, we got to make sure the lymphatic drainage system.
Socks.
We got to make sure the lymphatic system is draining.
Yeah.
Very important.
Right.
Compression socks, you're right. Let's all make sure. Yeah, Noah's looking at us like we're crazy, but.
No, it's true.
All right, let's get into the rest of the episode. We are going to be talking about Euphoria. Season 3 begins filming in January. Whole main cast is back. Harry Styles performs with Stevie Nicks at Hyde Park. Why the fuck wasn't I there? Madeline Argy in Central Cee drama. Madeline Argy gives a rundown on TikTok of everything that happened. We also have the weekly watch report and a great interview with the legendary Kate Upton.
Yes.
So let's get into it. The first ever Macy's All-Star Week keeps the summer hits coming with major deals for everyone. I know what you're thinking. I can't miss the Member Week sale. But don't worry, all you have to do is sign up on Macy's.com or at a Macy's store near you. Limited time specials, store-wide, member exclusives, and daily offers from July 16th to July 21st, including 15 to 65% off home, 60% off swim, 65% off fine jewelry, 50% off women's shoes, 50 to 70% off men's suits, all from top brands like Michael Kors, Tommy Hilfiger, Calvin Klein, and more. So sign up and shop at Stars Rewards members at Macy's.com or in-store. Once again, Macy's All-Star Week. So go and sign up and shop as a Stars Rewards member. Once again, sign up and shop as a Stars Rewards member at Macy's.com or in-store. So many deals going on. You don't want to miss out on the sales for all summer long. Shop at Macy's.com or in-store. Euphoria Season 3, back to filming in January, whole main cast. Yep. How pissed do you think Jacob Elordi is?
I think sneaky they're all kind of pissed, to be honest. Dare I say.
Do you think they had like a little meltdown yesterday when they found out the news? They were like, fuck! You know, like just a little bit. Like in in the group chat, they're all texting each other like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, some of them are definitely pumped. You know, I think we've seen like more of this, I'm sure more of the supporting cast is hyped.
Yeah, but they said whole main cast is coming back.
No, everybody's coming back. But I'm saying like that group, like the Zendaya, Jacob Elordi, and like Sydney Sweeney squad, it's like they've been doing so much. And sometimes it depends. It really depends. Because I don't want to label all of them the way Jacob Elordi probably thinks about it. But Jacob's probably like, I'm so over this character.
I'm so over being Nate.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
He's ready to sink his teeth into something else.
I saw a tweet that was like, oh my God, this is so long. Jacob's going to be 9 feet tall by the time this comes out.
Oh, that's, I mean, it's good. I feel like for maybe like Zendaya, and I just think she's such a storyteller, you know? And in her mind, she's probably like, Rue has so much left.
I can see Zendaya having respect for Euphoria and saying, you know what, we need to close the chapter on Rue.
I mean, award-winning show for her, you know?
This has to be the last season.
Yeah.
They gotta
They haven't said that, right?
No,
but they will have to.
No, but it has to.
It has to be.
It has to be.
This long going, what's gonna. We're not getting this show till 2027. Like, think about it. If they're not filming till 2025, we're getting it late 2026, which to me means 2027. And now we're entering years that don't even make sense in my brain.
Correct.
Like, that sounds like, you know, like the episode of Sweet Life of Zack and Cody where they're like, your reservation will be ready in 2023.
Yeah.
Like, and that was in 2007. Yeah. And it didn't sound right. That's what's happening now. 2027? That sounds like futuristic. That sounds like Xenon level shit.
2030 is when it gets weird. Like,
yeah, 2030?
Oh
my God. Xenon's like level.
Yeah.
2030? We're going to be
what?
Like, you know, like fully grown adults.
Yeah.
We already are, but like 2030, like, is not so far.
No, I know.
2024, 8 years from now.
Nothing like
I'll be in my mid-30s.
Nothing
Will
like,
I?
Yeah. I'm close.
6 years from now.
Early 30s.
I'll be in my early 30s. Wow, I'm still gonna be young as shit.
I'll be in my mid 30s. That's just like when you think that when you're younger and you look at a 30-year-old and you're like, oh my God, they're so old.
Yeah.
And now I'm 30, almost 30, and I'm like, I'm a kid. Like, I had this. I said the other day at a party over the 4th of July, this couple that we were with, they were having their engagement party at the house, like a few days later, and I was like, oh, are like adults coming? Mm-hmm. And they were like, yeah, adults are coming. It's like us. I'm like, no, like parents, like
yeah, like parents
like,
coming.
Oh no, parents are coming. I was like, that's what I'm like, is it a kid party? Like, I still think like that's like it's a kid party when there's no parents there.
Right. Like Thanksgiving.
Sure, we're adults, but
still sitting at the kid table.
Yeah.
You know, don't move me.
So, yeah. And this whole cast is getting older. Thankfully, they are moving them up in age. It's not like they're going to be playing high school kids still.
Thank goodness.
They need a time jump. But we'll see what happens. Maybe the time jump will rejuvenate the show. They'll want to keep doing it.
What do you think? Let's guess all of their careers. I think Nate will be a
But
cop.
how much are we time jumping? Are we time jumping past college or college?
Like, I think they graduated college in my eyes.
You think?
No, I don't know, but I'm just saying hypothetically, if we were to give them careers.
Oh, no. Nate's
is a
like,
cop.
No.
Nate could be dead.
No. Nate's like a injury attorney.
What?
Yeah, like I think he's like a corporate guy.
No.
Sleazy corporate guy. Yeah.
You think he's a corporate guy?
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
I think Cassie, Sydney Sweeney's character, is like a teacher.
like
I could be
kindergarten or like middle school.
No, like kindergarten.
Yeah.
Kindergarten teacher. Alexa Demi's character, she's like real estate.
I could see she's like market.
Selling Sunset.
Yeah, like she's a real estate baddie.
Yeah. I was gonna say I could also see her like having like a Brooke Davis time jump where she has her own clothing line. Like, and she's doing really well somewhere else.
I think Zendaya is like not working.
Yeah.
You know.
Sad to say, but she could also be dead.
Right.
Yeah.
Not in this seat. Like they're bringing her back, you know.
No, yeah.
Right.
But like,
I'm going career-wise. I'm going if they're alive and well and they have careers.
Okay. All we know is that it's just that it's going to be after high school.
So they could be in college.
Yeah. Also, anytime somebody like Euphoria creator Sam Levinson is to describe season 3 of the show as a film noir, I'm like, oh God.
Here we go. It's going to be
Here
like
we go. A film noir?
Yeah.
I don't even really know what that means. I don't like it.
I have no idea
what
that means. No idea.
It's like a type of...
It's like fancy, no?
No, it's like a type of style. Like, have you ever seen LA Confidential or anything like that? Like, it's like the way the movie is shot.
Oh, it's like yeah, okay. Here are some examples. Sounds of the Lambs.
Like that
Shutter Island.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Memento.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be filmed like?
Basic Instinct.
The Colin Farrell.
Taxi Driver. Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be more modern, but...
Yeah.
Film noir is a cinematic term used primarily to describe stylized Hollywood crime dramas, particularly those that emphasize cynical attitudes and motivations. Huh.
Hey,
sure.
Here's the thing. I'm still going to be watching. Like,
I don't know why.
Like, I'm still excited, even though it's like...
Film noir, like saying Euphoria is going to be film noir just makes my brain goes to black and white. Zendaya is walking down she's in a fedora. She's walking down the streets. It's cloudy. It's steamy.
She has a
Steam
cigarette.
is coming from the trash cans.
Yeah, exactly.
It could be.
She's flicking her cigarette on the
She's
floor.
like, well, everybody,
yeah.
You'll never guess what happened last night.
Trench coat.
Yeah.
Oh,
totally. Yeah. Hat low on her face.
Right. At the end of the clip, she dips it up a little bit so you can
no
see her
sound.
eyes.
You just hear her footsteps on the concrete.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's wet out, so like you could see the footprints down the road.
Yep.
Yeah. I am Queens Boulevard.
Yeah. So, all right. Yeah. Back to school. Back to Euphoria school.
And
January.
I will be watching. Like I'm excited, but I hurry up. Moving on. Harry Styles performed with Stevie Nicks at Hyde Park. Now, let me say two things here.
Yeah.
The night before this happened, at dinner, I was saying that seeing Harry Styles and Stevie Nicks perform together at the one night at the Forum legitimately changed my life. And I said that because
you cried for days.
I don't love concerts as much as you guys love concerts, and it takes like a real special concert to really fucking move me. And that one really moved me. And I was talking a lot about it. And then I woke up to this news that they performed together at Hyde Park. Second thing, why the fuck wasn't I there? You know? Yeah. Just a week later. It was fucking Morgan Wallen in Hyde Park last week. On 4th of July.
Damn.
Obviously, I did not go. But that was last week. And then this week is Harry Styles and Stevie Nicks.
Yeah. Yep. It's a beautiful dedication. The song they sang Landslide. It's dedicated to Christine Stunning, gorgeous.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Just
really
incredible.
And it made me miss Harry. You know, we were spoiled for a while when he was just what felt like he was on tour for forever.
Remember when I said he peaked?
Yeah, and there was just videos nonstop every single day from shows and concerts, and he's been on a break,
as he should.
Working
he was
on new music and doing all that stuff, and seeing him back on stage again, warmed my soul.
Me too. I love this duo. Can't get enough. Wish I could experience that again. But you know what?
Yeah,
one night
a good friendship.
is like a good memory to hold on to.
I also just love that Stevie Nicks, like, everybody loves her, you know? And all these younger artists have such great relationships with her that's so touching. Like, she really is there for the younger generation. And whether it's, you know, Harry Styles or Taylor Swift or whoever, like, she's right there supporting.
It's great.
It's so nice.
It's so nice to see someone supporting the younger generation.
Yep.
Because sometimes the older generation will make comments about the younger generation, and she's not doing that.
No.
She's very supportive. Last topic before we get into Weekly Watch Report.
Sweet Harry.
Madeline Argy and Central Cee. Now, I think Madeline Argy took a page out of Brooke Schofield's book and started doing the, you know, TikTok story time, multiple TikToks of what happened. Now, to give background, Central Cee is a London rapper. Madeline Argy is a famous TikTok influencer. She's part of Alex Cooper's Unwell Network, and she has her own podcast as well.
Also British.
And she's also British as well. And these two have been dating on and off for, I want to say, a couple years now.
Yeah.
And there was speculation, like I want to say it goes back a little, like a couple months, maybe 2 months. I'm not exactly sure the exact timeline, where there's another girl on TikTok, Leah Halton. Have you seen her? She has the most liked
That was a
video.
no. I shook my head, but I didn't audibly say anything, which I should. This is a podcast.
Yes. She has like the most liked video on TikTok, where it's just her in the car. Like, she's basically blew up on TikTok for being insanely good looking. Like, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And every TikTok she makes, like, just blows up. Like, this one was going crazy of her in a car, and it was like just her face, like, close up. It's going crazy. So fast forward a little bit, all of a sudden she posts a TikTok in Central Cee's car, and everyone can tell that it's Central Cee's car. I don't know how, but they can. And everyone's commenting, "Oh my God, that's Central Cee's car." And she likes the comments, like confirming that it's Central Cee's
his car. Yeah.
But then he's then seen with Madeline Argy again. So people are like, "Madeline, what are you doing? Like, this man is playing you. Why are you being seen out with him? Like, what's going on?" Then he starts posting with Ice Spice, and they have a song together. They're out together. The song just came out. They're out together. It looks like maybe they're hooking up, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, what's going on with Madeline?" So Madeline cleared everything up on her TikTok, and she was like, "Guys, I am not a part of this marketing scheme that you think I am. Like, this whole PR thing has nothing to do with me. I actually told him I don't want anything to do with it." So they were like, he was in one night he played Madeline his new song. In the verse, he talks about cheating on his girlfriend. And so she's like, "Why would you play this for me? You just snitched on yourself. Like, give me your phone." And he was like, "No, like, I'm just trying to, like, cause conversation, like, blah, blah, blah." And she believed that. Then he said, "There's a girl on TikTok, Leah Halton. I want her to, like, create conversation about my song. I'm going to send her a car. Like, the girl wants me to send her a car to film this video in with my song." The girl posts the video. She was like, "I didn't know it was his car." Like, he said he was sending her a car, not his personal car. So she puts two and two together that, like, the guy that he said he was texting on his phone is actually another girl. And she's, like, putting it all together. Then he's like, you know, he's like some social, like, mastermind, Central Cee. Him and his team are, like, doing this whole marketing thing. So then he invites her to come with him, travel with him. And she's like, "I'm only coming if no pictures of us get out anywhere. Like, you will, like, there will not be professional photos of us posted anywhere."
Right.
She goes, "Professional pictures are posted of them." Obviously. So it gets people talking about them again. Then she said that she, like, I forget exactly what happens, but they're gone from each other, and she's like, I need to break up with this man. So, like, I want to meet up with him and in person and break up with him. And then he's like, this is July 1st. And he's like, I need to see you July 1st. Like, I need to see you. All of a sudden, like, he has to see her.
Yeah.
And then she realizes Ice Spice is, like, on the plane to go see him already. And that they were at the club together. He had already been with Ice Spice. And so he was planning on talking to Madeline, even though Ice Spice was already on the plane to go see him. And then she was like, all of a sudden I see him like with a big booty baddie in the club, like with Ice Spice, and I'm at home and it's my birthday. And so it was this whole thing. She posts his messages where he's messaging like, I love you, like, oh, you should post the same caption as Ice, like to create social. She's ignoring it. His team is calling her to try to get in touch.
They wanted to have this whole thing of like Madeline versus Ice Spice to like cause controversy.
And his team kept calling Madeline being like, he really needs to speak to you. And she was like, no, like I'm not speaking to him. And then he posted a picture with like just one shoe on, and she was like, me and my friends have been joking that Ice Spice like ripped him to shreds after finding out like what he did to me, like because she was like maybe Ice Spice doesn't know, like whatever. And it's this whole big thing. So then somebody, like, he posted somewhere like, no Madeline slander will be tolerated, and then was liking things like Team Madeline, and she was like, there was no Madeline slander. Everybody was on my side. Like, where was this man looking? There was no Madeline slander. So I mean, at this point, she's got to say
he's concocting a whole false world.
Whole like PR thing that she's not a part of. And at this point, she's got to say good riddance to this guy, because this has been an on and off thing where he cheats on her. She gets back with him. They're seen in the car. He's getting her gifts. It's a whole thing. She's got to be done with him. Yeah, she has to be done with him. I do like his music, but he seems like
he's the one that's got that one that everybody knows.
You can go back for back.
Yeah.
There's a couple other ones too.
Yep. I know that's. I think that's the only one I know.
Homophobic?
Yeah, that one too. That was popular on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like these sound bites that go viral on TikTok a ton.
Well, he's got that like deep voice.
So I think that's why he plays into the whole like marketing thing. Yeah. Which is just no good when you're playing with a girl's heart.
Wants to be in the drama. Wants to be in the TikTok drama.
Playing with her heart.
Knows she has a big following.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's been like nonstop, it feels like, with all this either like exposing couples or doing like even just, we're recording right now. You mentioned Brooke at the beginning, Schofield, Clinton Kane just dropped like 40 videos in response to Brooke. And I've only gone through 5 of them because, you know, I've only had so much time this morning.
Right, you really need to like lock in.
Since they came out, and I think it's going to take like at least 45 minutes to watch all of these.
Yeah, they're a lot.
It's long, but he's coming with receipts, screenshots, timelines, the whole thing. He's got like he's showing this is the level of crazy that this has gotten. In the videos that I did watch, right? I'm only through 3 or 4 of him responding to her TikTok series. And he made a whole Google Calendar to show during the 3 months that they were together how much time they actually spent together. Because Brooke says, we were like together every day, like we were together all the time, like he wouldn't let me leave. And he was like, he pulled it up. He go full color coded Google Cal of like, this is where we were this day and this day. And like in June, we were actually together 17 of 30 days and not like, but on crazy.
It's still like, a good amount of days.
It's a lot of days still.
17 out of 30 is a lot of days.
And it's like all a lot of consecutive, like maybe there's one day in between. I don't know. But he's like his Airbnb receipts and all this shit that he is trying to pull up. And I'm just, he gives me the creeps.
Yeah, he does creep me out too.
He just really gives me the creeps.
And at this point, like
I haven't gotten to the point of him acknowledging like, the whole fake accent, my whole family's dead part, which he said he was going to get to, but I haven't gotten there yet. So everybody listening, they may have gotten to that part by now. Because you're listening to this on Monday, but I have yet to reach that part yet. I'm trying to watch in order of release.
That goes deep.
Yeah. Also,
I'm gonna binge.
Also, cowardly thing to do. Comments are off on all of them.
Oh, classic.
You're gonna post a response, but you're gonna turn the comments off on all of them.
Yeah, classic. Because he knows he knows all the comments are gonna be like, boo, you're wrong.
Yep.
Yeah, that's wild. I did see that apparently his team said like a motherly figure to him passed away, not his actual mom.
Yes, that's just a common
mix-up. Classic mix-up.
Yeah, yes. That you would certainly not clarify that to your girlfriend. You wouldn't at any point say, "Oh, by the way, this isn't my biological mom.
This is just someone I."
It was just somebody who was like,
figure.
someone I really considered to be my mom.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
You wouldn't tell your girlfriend that.
No. Yeah, that's wild.
No, crazy.
Oh man.
Absolutely
all right,
wild.
That wraps up the topics.
This episode is brought to you by Body Armor Sports Drink. Real hydration, real ingredients, packed with electrolytes, vitamins, and nothing artificial. Body Armor Sports Drink has all your hydration needs covered. Sports drink, light, zero sugar, flash IV, and of course, sport water. This is the Body Armor Zero Sugar that I have in my hand right now. I also have, the sport water right here. I was drinking that before, but the Body Armor Zero Sugar is delicious. This is the fruit punch. It is packed with electrolytes, antioxidants, B vitamins, and we were just talking, we're traveling. We're headed to Fiji, guys. This is going to be a trip. We want to stay hydrated. Body Armor on deck, having the flash IVs on deck. Super great. Going to have to load up when we get home for sure. And you see, we're in the office. The Barstool office is covered in Body Armor. Everybody's drinking it. Everybody loves it. So head on over to the Body Armor store on Amazon. Use code 15 BARSTOOLBA for 15% off your order today. Once again, you can head on over to the Body Armor store on Amazon, and the code is 15 Barstool BA for 15% off your order today.
All right, let's get into the weekly watch report where we talk about the things we watched this week. Weekly watch report on Monday, weekly watch report on Monday, weekly watch report on Monday, weekly watch report on Monday. I like doing that with my pink nails. Fun.
Yep.
Okay, obviously we're watching Love Island USA. We'll get into that, but I did watch some of the episodes of the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader document.
The whole thing.
The series.
America's Sweethearts.
Yeah, I'm 4 episodes in.
Yeah.
And
it's wild.
Yeah, that was my Friday night watch. Cozied up, watched that. And it's just crazy, like what the toll that this takes on all of their bodies is actually insane. But also the excitement they have at the same time. Like there's so many different levels to it. Like it really fucks with your head. Yeah. But you're also really excited.
They're so passionate. They love it so much.
There's so many layers. Yep. And I can understand that. Like growing up, like being a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader was like, that's fucking cool. So there's a lot that goes into it.
Like a lot of legacy aspect to it too that you don't realize, like, oh, my mom was a DCC. Right. And I want,
So much nitpicking though with the bodies that it's like hard. Like I'm like, oh, this is tough. Like, to be able to stand there and have someone just rip apart your body like that, like you got to have some strong self-esteem. In which these girls do. Like these
some do,
some don't. But these women are incredibly strong. Like they, to be able to just keep going when they get hurt, like it's all very, very impressive. I'll give that a B. I thought it was an interesting watch. And then Love Island USA. We had the second part of movie night and Friday night's episode. Obviously, when you listen to this, we had not watched Sunday night's episode, but listen, I'm gonna keep it short. Fuck Aaron, bro. I can't.
No, it's nails on a chalkboard now.
No, I can't. I had to fast forward. I can't listen to the crying.
I know.
And then the next morning when she wakes up and she's like, my best, I can't. I can't. I can't do it.
It's tough.
Especially, and here's the thing, I'd be able to do it if she had ended things with Aaron. But because she had not ended things with Aaron and she just folded so fast, I can't do it. I just can't. I can't do it. Serena and Cordell, I am giddy for these two. Like, I'm so fucking giddy over these two. They have such a real connection, these two. I love the way that they laugh with each other. I love the way that they get along with each other. I love seeing these two together, and I'm glad that they were able to make it work because I think Cordell, like, he actually understood Serena's feelings, and he felt like he did something wrong. Like, it's not like Aaron, where Aaron doesn't think he did anything wrong. Cordell actually feels like he did something wrong and is sorry. And then Serena also brought up how like maybe she was misleading Cordell in the beginning of their relationship. So I love these two and I'm rooting for them all the way to the end. And if you notice the pictures of them for the voting, they're the only two that are cheek to cheek looking happy as can be. And the other ones are just, just standing there. Like they have a real connection and I am so rooting for them.
OBJ did post on his story to vote for them.
He did.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Also with Cordell versus Aaron, because it's like they both came in that scenario. Cordell, I also felt like really gave Serena the space to be angry and wanted to talk to her, but also understood that she was going to be pissed and let her be pissed and like let her yell and let her be mad. And Aaron just yells back.
Exactly.
Just yells back. And every time he's like, oh, like I did it. And, if I went back, like I'd do it again because at the time, like I wanted to do it. Like I felt like Cordell, if he looks back, he'd be like, that was a mistake. I regret that. I would not have done. I would not have acted that way again.
Yes.
And Aaron's like, no, I wanted to do it in the moment, so like I did it because I wanted to.
Yeah, and Aaron's like, I wasn't thinking about you. Like the amount of times that he said that in there, like I wasn't thinking about you, Kayla. Like, what is she not getting?
No, it's truly like open. And I'm sorry. Like not to really drill into Kayla here, but when she was telling Harrison, they were going around. It was like, oh, what do you do? Like and she was like undergrad, and he was like, oh, what'd you major in? And she said psychology. I went, oh no.
Yeah.
You're not reading about him in your textbooks.
Yeah. How did you not pick up on this?
And you're not learning about guys like this?
No, I know. And here's the
like
thing.
He's saying, I wasn't thinking about you. 3 days later, he's saying he loves you. He doesn't love you.
No, he does not. No, he does not. And I just find, I feel bad because I thought Kayla was so sweet. And now
she is so sweet. She is. And she's just,
and
it's too sweet.
I think that's the issue is like, I like Kayla as a person, but I can't root for her and Aaron. Like, no. I can't root for her to be with Aaron. Like, we were rooting for her to stand up for herself, and she didn't do that. So we can't root for that.
Yep.
Leah and Miguel, they had a good conversation. Happy for those two. They're really cute together, I think.
I'm glad that he didn't let movie night end that relationship. Because that would have really pissed me off if he like took that 1 second to be like, oh, I didn't like how she reacted. And it like she didn't deserve that. And I thought she was so self-aware and so honest in both conversations with Miguel and when she talked to Rob. Like handles herself so well, I thought, in both conversations. Like really owned up to like what had gone on and what it is. Like she was with Miguel, she was like, oh my God, I don't want to act like that. I would be turned off too. Like
she was so self-aware about all of it. And I thought that she had good conversations with both Miguel and Rob.
Yeah.
Now the problem is now us toxic Americans watching this show see her conversation with Rob and we're like,
could these two crazy kids make it work?
Could they turn it around? Now, if we're strictly speaking from a watching reality TV and loving reality TV standpoint, these two got to put their heads together and say, if we get back together, we will win this whole thing.
Right.
And I'm whispering that because I know that that's not good. Yeah. Like, I know that Leah and Rob should not be together, okay? Like, he fucked up. It was a toxic situation. He like, the thing is, like, he apologized, but he didn't fully apologize.
Totally.
Like he was like, I've made mistakes,
and I'm sorry too.
And I'm sorry too. Like
I'm sorry too. It's like no. You actually should really own up to what you did. Like Leah is saying she's so sorry for how she reacted, but she reacted because of what you did.
And it took him that whole conversation to muster up like a tiny little apology. Like it wasn't a grand apology. Like he wasn't like, listen, I am so sorry. Like he had a little bit, but not the full thing. So like at the end of the day, these two should not be together.
And yet. Star-crossed lovers.
The thing is,
the way they look at each other sometimes.
Oh my, no,
like,
you're just like,
it's still there.
No,
it's still there.
It went from friends to lovers to enemies back to lovers. What a story that would be. They would win the whole thing. Now listen, I know this is toxic. I know this is bad, but we're watching TV here.
I'm not kidding. I'm getting Rob and Leah edits on my TikTok
Me too.
For you page
with
now.
Like these crazy
Taylor
songs.
Swift songs playing in the back, and they're edits of them like cut of them like looking at each other and like talking, and I'm like, oh my God, I think what is happening?
I think Leah would fold so fast if
Yeah.
Rob was like, I want to give us another shot.
100%.
And when they did the recoupling, Rob's speech for Daniela sounded like a speech for Leah.
Yeah.
He said,
And he looked really sad before he
yeah.
did it.
Well, I think he was sad that he had to send Liv home.
Yeah. There was another.
He said, I need someone with passion. I'm a bit weird, which is what Leah said to him. Like, all these things that was like, he didn't really want to pick Daniela, but he was speaking to Leah. Now, I may be delusional.
No.
I may be delusional.
It's so
but
fine.
It felt like a rom-com where the girl, Leah, runs off with somebody else, and Rob is just like, fuck, I'll just be with Daniela because I can't have Leah right now. He called her Danielle.
I know. I am deep in the edits, okay? Because I also saw another person that was like deep dive. I mean, it was a reach. It was such a reach, but I was like, oh, maybe. They played the clip of when in the beginning of the season when he was like, I'm gonna do my signal and let's go to the dock. Like, and he whispers to her, and then he walks away, and then he goes like this, and like it's like his signal to her that they're gonna go to the dock. And they replayed the recoupling. And you can't see his arms. You literally cannot even see his arms. It's from here up. And they're like, he did the sign. He did it. You can kind of see his hands. It looks like his arms kind of move.
Feed that all to me. I'll take it. Feed it all to me.
I know. I'm like, feed it to me too.
Listen, and
also like, if it was like, oh, you know, I do like Leah and Miguel, but I do like Miguel is gonna fuck off back to England after this show is over. Like it's just, you know, he doesn't give a shit.
And I also think I like Miguel.
Yeah.
I feel like he knows kind of like the game that he's playing. Like
totally. 100%.
I feel like if another girl comes in that sparks his interest, he might be on that.
And on the other side with Daniela, she was basically begging for a date with Harrison. So I'm like, okay.
She was literally like, I'm wet. Like, she was watching.
She was like, oh, I really want to go on a date with him.
And Harrison was playing with Rob.
Yeah.
The edits of Harrison were cracking me the fuck
funny,
up.
yeah.
Like, when they first said new bombshells entering the villa and they play, like, I was like crunched over laughing, being like, this fucking guy's coming in. I think Daniela is going to be into Harrison. Like, I know that he paired up with Sierra, but I think Daniela is like, I don't believe that she really likes Rob. Yeah. I honestly don't.
I really don't.
I don't buy the whole Daniela
and
likes
every
Rob
time she's
thing.
like, no, I really do like Rob, but
yeah, I don't buy
there's
it.
always a but at the end every time she says she really likes Rob.
Listen, we don't have that much time left.
No.
But if Rob and Leah get back together, they'll win. They will. Sadly, because I want Serena and Cordell to win. Like, and Janae and Kenny
will hit the internet.
Oh, it'll be insane because people won't know how to act. They'll be like, "Fuck, we got to root for this." Kenny's speech for Janae.
Oh, what a sweet
Kenny. Like, I love these two, and now I'm scared that Janae might hurt Kenny.
Yeah.
Because Kenny is so in. Like, first it was like Janae like upset with Kenny, but now I'm like, oh, like I hope that these two make it.
No, they're adorable. They're like really, really cute. That speech was so cute.
I did see a tweet that was like, Janae does crack me up because something she says, there was like one time when she was talking to a guy, she was like, I always thought I'd marry a British man. And then like when she's talking to Kenny, she was like, I always thought I'd marry a Dominican guy. It's like she just like changes.
Same.
She just changes it, which she cracks me up.
She does. She is very funny.
She's so funny.
She's very funny. I feel like, yeah, we're down to the end here now. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens if everyone just like stays solid and stays in their couple for the last week. That is normally what happens. So it is kind of what I assume is going to happen.
I don't assume it with this bunch.
Yeah, like, you never
I
know.
think Serena and Cordell are locked in. I think Janae and Kenny are locked in.
Kendall and Nicole.
Eye roll.
Yeah.
Because I do like Nicole.
You don't think there's any chance that the new guy is going to try to steal Nicole?
Did you watch last night's episode?
Yeah,
Nicole.
No, but like you don't think that like
Nicole's.
I think Nicole's.
He tried.
Yeah.
No, I know, but it's like he's still in now.
I think Nicole's locked into Kendall for whatever reason.
If if taking her on the date like isn't gonna do it for Nicole, like what what is
alone time? Yeah. And I like Nicole a lot.
Yeah.
I just don't like Kendall. So.
And it honestly like sadly we lost Liv, and Liv is I really do love Liv. I think Liv is great, and But it was an appropriate time for her to leave.
I agree. I liked Liv too.
I think she knew that also.
And here's the thing. What's funny is like she did stand up for everybody, like no matter what. And her and Leah did have their differences, but they worked it out. Leah was obviously upset to see her go.
I hate when the internet like makes girls like that their fights are like more like that
they
they're
were
more of a
fine.
problem.
Like,
and when they talked, like they were like, we have fiery personalities, we love each other, it's okay, we fight like sisters, like it's fine, like we're fine.
Yeah, and they were also like, we are both bad at communicating. Yeah. Like that's fine. And I hate that the internet tried to tear them apart and make teams. Like they really jumped to conclusions, which I hated. I will say though, Liv was not giving great advice to Kaylor.
No.
Like her trying to be like, Aaron loves you. Like, That's where I disagree with Liv.
This is the problem. I think they're all being bamboozled by Aaron. Like I think Aaron is like super convincing and has convinced not only Kaylor but literally the whole house that he's like a genuine guy.
Yeah.
And that's what happens when you win when you win the Traders.
Yeah. I just have this visual of us sitting down with Aaron and Kaylor interviewing them, which I'm not sure is happening, but I just have this visual of us being like, Aaron, what were you doing? And him like throwing his mic like he did on that episode and like storming out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't put Aaron high on our list.
No, I mean I'm not saying like, but if it happens, like
I gave them names of people that we would really want to talk to, and I didn't put him on there.
Yeah, it would be interesting though. It would be very interesting to see how he would react to being told like you fucked up. You know?
Yeah.
I don't think.
I don't know. I think he could start yelling at us,
which we
would like
awesome.
We'd have to yell back.
We'd have to,
like it'd be a problem.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
imagine.
Yeah, like if you're gonna yell at Kaylor, like you're probably gonna yell at us.
Right, he's got no problem.
That would just be like you're on the show.
Right, they'd just be like the sequel to the show.
Which, by the way,
oh my god, this was so funny,
guys. I posted a TikTok of the bag and the dream. Dreams, Lizzie McGuire. It's what dreams are made of, and the note that we're going and the TikTok just reached like the Love Island, I don't know, like 14-year-old audience or something. I'm not even sure where it went, but I started getting all these comments on the video of like, damn girl, like you're sure as hell not getting into the villa now. Like, like she posted this, like they're never gonna let her in. Like basically all these comments thinking I was going on as a contestant and that I was going to get, they weren't going to let me on because I posted the invitation of me going on, and it was cracking up. Like one girl was like, damn girl just bought the water bottle.
That fucking killed me when they said you ordered your own water bottle. I was dying.
She sure as hell ain't going in now. I was like, and then I cracking up all these people being like, if this is real, she's not going.
Yeah, and then I saw people being like, we don't need any more girls.
Yes.
Stay home.
We don't need any more girls. I literally responded to one of the comments. I was like, guys, you all clearly you don't know, like, you don't know me. That's fine. You don't have to know me. Like, I was like, I host a podcast. I'm getting married. I'm going on After Sun. Like, I'm not going in as a contestant.
Check out the podcast, though. Go listen to Chicks in the Office.
Yeah, like, I'm not going to be an Islander.
So fucking funny. I did see some people comment, like, when we talked about it on the podcast, people were commenting, like, aren't these two girls engaged? It's like, listen. Yeah. Listen to what we said. Not
going on as Islanders.
No, bombshells. New bombshell enters the villa.
Which honestly very funny, but
so funny. Those comments
internet
were killing
has been popping off because the girls, everybody that's been voted off, they are going live. They're on TikTok. Like every second I open my TikTok, somebody's live on. Like Andrea's live, or the other night Catherine was live. Kane was popping off.
Yeah.
Friday night, like posting all these videos. He's posted like 30 videos on his TikTok, and he seems disgruntled. He seems like
I wasn't a huge fan of him.
He seems like a fired, disgruntled employee. Basically like, producers didn't like him that much, and he doesn't think any of the couples are gonna last, and all these, he's just really popping off. And it felt like he was just a little, I think he was a little salty.
Maybe he was
he didn't even really want to go on the show in the first place. Production reached out to him. It was like, well, sir, you went on the show.
If you didn't want to go, then you would have just not gone.
Yeah.
Maybe he was hurt about the horse teeth comment from Liv, which was a little mean. And I will say that there's other comments about Aaron having a American Girl doll mouth.
Oh, this. Is it? No, it's the upper lip.
Yeah, and they said he looks like he's mooing.
There's like always the top. It's just the top lip.
Yeah.
It's like the bottom lip stays.
Wait, did you see
that?
Did you see when Harrison came in and Aaron kept going like, fuck, bro, he's gorgeous. He's gorgeous. And Miguel goes, you're in a couple. That killed me. That absolutely killed me. Oh my God. I also saw like if they do the heart rate challenge, people were like, Aaron's heart rate's going to go up for Rob.
They should just leave it on for the guys.
Here's the thing. Heart rate challenge. We all know damn well it's going to be Leah for Rob and Rob for Leah. Enough.
God. Oh, God, man.
Enough,
we just can't.
I hope they do the heart rate challenge.
I guess I'm so deep. Like, Rob's sister's TikToks are coming up on my For You page. Like, I had a dream. Rob was in my dream last night.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
Was he?
Yep.
What was he doing?
I was having a conflict.
Wait, Rob was in my dream the other
Rob was
night.
in my dream. It was like,
I swear to God.
I was like, do I run away with Rob?
Everybody's dreaming about Rob.
It's like yeah. Rob was a prominent character in my dream. I also fell asleep watching the new episode of Love Island, so I think that really factored in.
That's so fucking funny.
Like, I fell asleep, and when I missed Kane getting sent home, and I like woke up as it was ending, and then I was like, oh, I'm so tired, and then I just fell back asleep. So, yeah, we're all dreaming about Rob.
Noah jumping in and being like, Rob was in my dream.
Yeah.
At this point, I can't remember what the dream was.
I mean,
about,
Rob's sister was like, there's all this crazy shit people are saying about our family. Like, it's wild out here.
I think Rob has pretty privilege.
100%.
I think if Rob...
Are you kidding me? He's the definition of pretty privilege.
I think if Rob wasn't as good looking as he is, like, nobody...
Oh my God.
If Rob was king.
Duh. Captain Obvious, yes. It's because he's gorgeous. We wouldn't be letting him get away with all this shit.
No, we were...
And we're not. We're still not.
We're still not. He's just making it, like, harder.
But when he makes those eyes to Leah and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, like all of a sudden, I think, right, it's the edits of them two together, like, oh my God, they would look so good together.
And even when he's saying the stupidest shit, when he was like, oh, am I onioning you? I was like, oh, shut up, Rob.
Yeah, like,
shut up.
Enough out of you. Yeah, I just stated the obvious. But I felt like we had to put it out there.
Yeah, no, that's so fair.
But once again, we know he was wrong.
No.
We have to make it very clear that we know he was wrong. Because if you don't say that Rob was wrong, we know he's wrong.
When you are that pretty, you manipulate using your prettiness.
Right, and and has it worked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
but you know what I will say? I do like that it still seems like all the girls in the villa like really love him.
It seems like Janae and him have a great relationship.
Yeah. Which I take as a good sign, but still doesn't mean he's not,
Right.
Mr.
I mean, they all love all of them. They all love Kendall too.
Yeah. And they're all pretty. I mean, anybody can be.
Yeah.
But no,
I think it's different when you're hanging out with people like you're versus watching a TV show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, anyways. All right. Well, obviously. Yeah. We're still doing weekly watch report.
Yeah. I'll give it an A too.
Yeah. I mean, same. Lock that in.
Did you watch anything else, Fran?
Oh, I haven't gotten yet. That was weird.
Yeah, that was mine.
Yeah. I will also give Love Island an A. I finished the DCC documentary. I'll give that a B. That I finished episodes 5 through 7. I watched episode 9 of The Bear, just 9. So I have 10 left, but I will give 9. I'll give 9 a B+. And I watched Hannah Berner's Netflix special. We Ride It's On.
I still have to watch that.
Yep, I watched it. Very funny.
I gotta watch.
I'll, maybe friendship bias, but I'm giving it an A. I was cackling. She has a queef joke that was like, I was dying laughing.
I saw clips of that.
Really funny.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch.
Really funny.
That'll be my Saturday night watch.
Yes, and then I watched, which I'm gonna download for the plane because I think it's a great plane watch. Owning Manhattan.
I've wanted to get this. I've seen it on TikTok so much. I've wanted to watch it.
It's Ryan Serhant. So if you guys know from like $1 Million Listing, Bravo, who's on TV for a long time. He was actually on our show. Really, really.
One of our first guests ever.
Really early on.
2018.
Yeah. And now he is, he's got Serhant. He's got his own business, the whole thing. Just basically doing like the Selling Sunset treatment, but for New York. And our Shore Kings are one tall man.
You put them together and they equal Ryan Serhant.
2 Oppies equal 1 Ryan Serhant. Because Ryan does not fail to remind everyone that he is 6'3".
Yeah.
So
stack them on top of each other.
Yep. and they're just tackling real estate in Manhattan. It's a whole cast of characters. I only watched the first episode, so I'll give it a B. I liked it. I'm interested to see where it goes. Right off the bat in the first episode, they're talking about the Central Park Tower and that one like penthouse that was on the market for like $250 million.
Yeah, I've seen TikToks about
$250 million.
Insane.
And like the billionaires that they were trying to get in to like come see it and all this thing. Fascinating. I think it's really cool. I think New York real estate is also very fascinating.
It does
because
look like
it goes from like
drama too.
Yeah, it's like, but it's also the younger agents who are in the rental markets and are leasing and are going from West Village to East Village to Tribeca for all like those apartments that like we would be looking at, you know, and then all the way up to $250 million.
Insanity.
So
I think New York City real estate's so cool because you're passing by these buildings and you could never imagine what's on the inside of them.
100%.
Like
100%.
There's just so much on the inside you are not seeing.
Totally. There's new buildings, and then there's also like the old townhouses that were built in like 1890, and they've been completely redone, and they're so cool. Like the fixtures are all still old, but everything's updated and new. Really cool. So even just from a real estate perspective, I think it's like a fun watch, which is one of the reasons why I still even like watching Selling Sunset. But I definitely enjoyed that. And anything else? No, that's everything I watched.
How about you, Noah?
I have nothing outside of Love Island. I put on.
He's deep.
He's dreaming about Rob.
Yeah.
Okay, Aaron.
Maria texted in the group chat about Friday night's episode, and Noah immediately goes, "Don't say anything. No, I'm not watching. No spoilers."
No, I put on Game of Thrones not this past week, but the week before, and
Game of Thrones or House of Dragons?
I mean, House of the Dragons.
I haven't watched any of House of Dragons. It's so bad.
Yeah, me either.
I know, but I like can't say that I watched it because I just didn't pay attention because I was bored. And
My
I was on
brain's
phone.
Like this isn't Love Island.
Well,
Where's Leah and Rob?
Yeah.
My brain's on like stupid mode for watching Love Island, you know, and I can't like, I can't turn on like, fuck, I gotta pay attention to House of Dragons.
Yeah,
you know?
There's so many good.
There's too much thinking
you have to
for
switch
that.
You have to literally switch gears.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
I'm not mentally prepared for that yet. I think I gotta finish Love Island completely before I start.
I guess you guys watch
I
The
truly
Bachelorette.
feel that way about fucking every show. I'm like, I need this to be over to focus on anything else. We did watch The Bachelorette actually. Forgot about that, which I'm so sorry. Like it feels bad to say that we forgot about watching The Bachelorette.
I know. Well, we also already talked about it.
Yeah, we talked about it first episode.
Talked about the full
What would you
first
give it?
episode.
I'll give it a. I mean, first episode. I'll give a. Fuck.
Be honest.
I'll give it a B minus.
Yeah.
Or I'll give it a C plus. I'll give it a C plus.
Yeah, be honest.
C plus.
I'll give it a. I think I'm the same.
It's the first episode.
Yeah.
Always starts out like, you're just getting to meet everybody.
Yep.
So I'm excited to see the rest of the season. Don't worry, we did not forget about The Bachelorette, even though Love Island is on. And what are you grading Love Island USA?
An A.
Oh, yeah, he already said.
Yeah.
Done.
He couldn't wait to get his grade out there.
Last week I gave it an A plus. So an A feels right. Like last week really popped off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the Casa stuff is always. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, damn. Just a fucking great show. And then we're off. So, all right, that wraps up the weekly watch report.
Rakuten is the smartest way to save money when you shop because you earn cash back at over 3,500 stores. We're talking fashion, beauty, electronics, home essentials, travel, dining, concert tickets, and more. Your favorite stores like Macy's, Urban Outfitters, Sephora, and more pay Rakuten to send them shoppers, and Rakuten then passes on a part of that payment to its members as cash back. Cashback is deposited directly into your PayPal account, or Rakuten can send you a check. You can even maximize your savings by stacking cashback on top of other deals like store sales and coupons. You're already shopping at your favorite stores. Why not save while you're doing it? It's a no-brainer. Membership is free and it's easy to sign up. Get the Rakuten app now and join the 17 million members who are already saving. Cashback rates change daily. See Rakuten.com for details. That's Rakuten. Your cashback really adds up.
All right, everyone, we are here with a very special guest. We are joined by the legendary Kate Upton. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
We're super excited to talk all things that you've been up to lately. But you have a new show. You're hosting Dress My Tour. It's going to be out on Hulu. More the fashion route.
Yes. Dress My Tour is these designers that are competing to be the next performance designer for musicians. So there's it's not just the fashion, it's also this performance aspect in this stage fashion, which is very different from ready to wear. It's very fun. It's, it has dancers instead of a runway, so you can see the functionality of the piece. And yeah, it's really fun.
Right.
Very
it's
cool.
like, it's kind of costume designy, but it's like, obviously you have a costume design for movies and things like that, but musicians, artists, costume changes when they're up on stage,
Exactly.
different outfits, all those things.
Or like a surprise, underneath, like a
Right,
reveal.
right.
Like there's all these different
Those
stage
illusions.
moments
Yep.
that you don't realize.
And you're like, how do people do that?
Yeah, these designers.
Yeah.
And it's really cool because these musicians collaborate and they're telling a story. Like we see it with Taylor Swift's tour through their costumes, and they're continuing the story of their song through their outfits on stage. And so we have musicians there talking to these designers to see if they could collaborate with them.
Yeah. And so obviously you started off as a model, always been like in the fashion world. You've been a guest judge on other shows as well. Are you super excited to be like the host of this show?
Yes, I'm so excited. It's such a fun show with that stage element and the performance element. It adds this extra like experience to the show and drama. But hosting is so different. So, solo hosting, that I was really glad to have such an awesome team around me, like Lorianne Gibson and Marina Toybina. And Lorianne has done this a bunch of other times, and so she's so quick with the remarks and really a great mentor. It was nice to be able to lean on some experts in it.
Yeah. Did you take any coaching for hosting?
I've done hosting in the past, and I have worked with a coach in the past. But there's nothing like doing it.
Yeah. Especially
And adding your own
especially a big
personality, your
show.
own flair.
Right, because it's hosting for live events and things like that. Like this, it's different when
It's
you're
different.
for like a unscripted show.
Yeah. And with Hulu, there's, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but they won't barge in, right?
We'll cut it if it's said.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid man through the side of the door.
There's like a team of lawyers involved too.
Right.
And so it's not as spontaneous as like just bringing your personality.
So there's some awesome celebrities that are involved that are, getting dressed and having that experience and guest judging. Who really stuck out to you? Like, what was your favorite kind of one to work with or saw that?
We had
through?
so many. We had JoJo Siwa and Quayla Ray, Paula Abdul, Toni Braxton. But I think working with Paula Abdul, who's not only such a legendary dancer, but performer, musician, and also judge.
Yeah.
Like to have that really like expert
She knows
on
how to
set,
judge.
and she knows how to do all of this was really special. And she was so kind.
We just had JoJo Siwa in
Oh,
our
you did?
studio for an interview, and she came in. She was basically covered in dirt.
Yeah, but bedazzled construction worker.
Like by her choice. It was part of the outfit.
Oh,
The
it was-
construction worker, covered in dirt, like bedazzled, like the whole thing. So I got to imagine coming up with outfits for JoJo, or JoJo even just dressing people or judging people. She's judged as well.
Yes.
But
And she grew up in it. She grew up in this competitive series.
Right, with dancing as well. It adds all the layers.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
She was really good.
yeah, she is fascinating. And
her fashion choices are as well.
Exactly.
We'll
So I think
never
she's perfect for a show
unsee
like that.
how different musicians' fashion is. Once now after doing this show, I can never unsee it. I'm like, oh, it is so different. It is, them.
Yep.
and they take the stage until they're ready to wear.
Yep.
Yeah, and you see all the talent from the designers to the musicians, the dancers, like just all over the place. You just recently came back for Sports Illustrated, the 60th anniversary issue. I think people were so stoked because you have some of the most iconic covers of all time. You know, just reading up on your career, I feel like it's so crazy because, you know, we all knew when you took off. Like, we saw your career blooming. But I didn't realize how young you were when you started.
Oh my God, yes.
Like, I mean, you get what I mean. Like, you're obviously still very young, but like, to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated when you're 19 years old is insane.
Right.
Yes, it is. I honestly feel like I've lived 3 different lives because of that. Because of the, you know, really like my childhood and starting my career, and then being on the cover started like a new life because I was so young and I was still really figuring out who I was. And then I was, you know, thrusted on this platform where people wanted me to talk about who I was and really like working through that live. But I think having that experience really, you know, helps me understand what kids today are experiencing with putting that persona out there on social media so young and creating this narrative about who they are before you really figure out who you are and what you stand for.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
because
true.
It's so true. And originally people just saw you from photographs.
Right.
And they wanted to know more. And then you got into acting and like everything just started going crazy with your career. But you started way before that.
Yes, I started modeling when I was 15 years old. And I actually just thought back on this, you know, talking about Dress My Tour. Somebody asked me about this, but I walked in on an open casting call in Miami, and I really wanted to travel, and they booked me this job in Peru for the next day, but I didn't have a passport.
Wow.
And I think back to that, and now like I've been to all 7 continents with Sports Illustrated. I was, you know, the first fashion shoot in Antarctica.
That's
and
insane.
it's like, it's such a full circle moment. Like I did it. I traveled to so many places and got to see all these cultures.
So you just walked into the casting like you wanted to be a model at 15 and you were like, I'm just going to show up to this casting?
Yeah, and I think my mom let me because I really think that she thought they would say no.
Yeah.
Right.
She was
like,
like,
sure, sweet.
oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Oh, okay, you could try that.
Yeah. And then they were like, Mom, they want me to go to Peru. And
Yeah,
she's
she was
"Uh-oh."
like, you don't have a passport.
Yeah.
You can't go.
And from that moment when you said you didn't have a passport, were they still like, okay, but you know, we want you, like we're gonna sign you and put you out there?
Yeah,
for
they're
other
like,
jobs?
so when can you get the passport? So I still did the job.
Right.
They just rushed my passport.
That's incredible.
It's crazy the strings that can be pulled when they
Right.
when they need
Passports,
something.
they take 3
It
months.
takes yeah, exactly. And then all of a sudden people get their passport in 2 days.
Right,
Exactly.
exactly. Well, I mean, that's such an incredible journey because from like one day you're just, you know, a normal girl, like you have a dream, you're like, ooh, I want to be a model, let me show up to this casting, and then the next day you're going to Peru.
Yeah.
And then from there, did everything just change for you?
Yes, everything changed. I started doing high school online because I was 15 and ended up moving to Miami. And it wasn't an immediate decision, but I was working every single day and I was missing so much school that they decided to switch that to be online. And then, then everything just, you know.
That's insane.
Did you feel that because like Rhea was just saying with modeling, especially print, and the amount of time it took for you to blow, like it happened so fast, did you feel like people kind of made a personality for you? Like they were like they were like, oh, well, this is her picture. This is who she is. Like, did you have to fight against that a little bit?
I did. And it was really hard because media has changed so much from back then.
Yeah.
Like aging you.
No, I completely.
Saying back then.
Yeah.
But yes, you would go and I almost felt that they had the article pre-written and they just needed quotes. Yeah. And I still will feel that sometimes, but very rarely because now there's more platforms like this, which is long form and you can actually talk. But that was the hardest thing, being 19 and having them really want me to say a certain thing and be a certain person because it's easier for them to write the article if I was.
Yeah.
And for me to be like, should I put this image on? Like, is this just easier if I just say what they want me to say and move on? Or am I myself? Like, what do I do with this? And I got some really great advice from a lot of people because there's, really when I shot The Other Woman, Cameron and Leslie really helped me and gave me a lot of advice. Like, don't separate the people, like who you are and the image of you, because that's really when the depression starts. And that was really true for me. That is when the depression started. And that helped me kind of not only claim my career, but claim my power,
Yeah. I love hearing that they gave you advice. We love that movie.
we
really do love that movie.
I have seen that movie maybe 50 times.
Yeah, same.
It is so good. What gave you the acting bug?
Well, I actually started taking acting lessons when I was about 18. Okay. So I did it for years, and I became very overwhelmed with my modeling career, and so wasn't able to kind of go into the grind of acting as well. And I was really in the grind of figuring out who I was, so I wasn't sure if I was ready to play another character.
Yeah.
But then this opportunity came, and I was so excited about it. I was such a massive Cameron Diaz and Leslie Mann fan. Yeah. So I was thrilled to be able to work with them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a great movie.
Yeah.
Like, and they're both incredible actresses. I think everybody is just a massive fan of them both. Yeah. I feel like you can really feel like their personalities. Sometimes I feel like when you're watching a movie and you're such a big fan of somebody, but you don't see much of them. Like with Leslie Mann and Cameron Diaz, I'm like, I feel like I know them, but I don't.
I just feel like they could give the best, such great
They can give you like
advice,
a nice hug and give you some advice.
Yeah, they're real people. Yeah. They want to like sit down and get to know you, and they're absolute legends. They have years and years of experience in the industry, and
totally.
I was really excited to hear what their advice would be.
Yeah. So now with social media, and you've mentioned this, like, young people starting out and they go viral a ton. Like, the word viral is used a ton nowadays. But I feel like you went viral before viral was such a thing, so many videos and pictures. I mean, the cat daddy video was one of the most viral I wouldn't even just used over and over again. What was your reaction back then to that sort of happening? Were you like, oh my God, this is so cool, or like, whoa, let's slow it down?
Oh, I was scared to death.
Yeah.
All of the above. I was scared from the very beginning because it was just felt like I was on this roller coaster that I didn't know was starting.
Right.
Back then. And now it's like, I understand it. It's so cool. But back then it's like, I wasn't prepared. Nobody around me was prepared. Yeah. It's not like I had a team or my agents knew what to do. Nobody knew what to do. So I was very unprotected and nervous and didn't know how to handle it. And at the time too, models didn't really become household names, or it had been years since one had, and you didn't have access to them like the viral videos and social media created. So I didn't know that could happen in my career.
Right. And it was at a time when the internet really, because I think Instagram started around that time, Twitter, all of that.
Yeah, so, Instagram hadn't started yet. Yeah, it was just Twitter.
Right. So then things start picking up, and I think it's a whole universe that people didn't understand yet. Yeah,
exactly.
Totally.
No, it definitely is. And like you said, you started modeling so young. You have worked with some of the biggest brands, the biggest campaigns, the most notorious magazines and world-renowned magazines. What is the next dream modeling job for you? Do you have one, do you think?
I think that like you said, I got to work with all of these greats. It was at this time where they hadn't retired yet, or unfortunately passed away or left the industry yet. And so I got to work with these legends. I got to see old fashion and then also be a part of the new fashion with social media and how that's created. And I think that in between time, a lot of the creativity was lost. It started becoming very much just show up and be yourself, just smile and be yourself. And I was like, that's not really why I did shoots. I did shoots to create characters and figure out who would wear this all latex dress. Like,
Yeah.
where would they be? And now they're like, no, just take a selfie on your phone. I'm like, well, that's not what I would wear in my house on my phone. So it started losing its creativity. I feel like it's starting to come back, like the creativity. So for me, I want to be a part of that. I want to do, fun, creative jobs while still talking about the messaging that really matters to me, which is pushing women to love themselves and not feel like they need all these filters or plastic surgery to love themselves.
Yeah, totally. And I feel like you mentioned, the creativity is coming back around. I feel like because people are craving it. Like I think people are just craving, like when you look back on your shoots and you see just the places that you've traveled to and the backgrounds that really capture an image, but you standing at the forefront is like a whole other world.
Yeah, like we stopped going on, location. We stopped doing all that.
Yeah. And maybe COVID had something to do with that a little bit, where they realized they can do shoots from home. Right. And, people were trying to get creative during that time. And now people are like, well, we don't have to leave our house. And it's like, we all got to get back out there.
I promise you guys, those Zoom shoots don't hit the same.
No. They certainly do not with the glaciers in the background of those shoots.
Exactly. No, that's very true. And being on the 60th anniversary cover for SI Swim, what has that journey been like just for you in the evolution of SI Swim? Because it doesn't feel like it's been that much time, but from when you were on the cover to now, the conversation around SI Swim has changed so much, and for the better. How do you feel about how it's kind of changed?
It's amazing. It's really incredible to see what MJ Day and her team has been able to take the magazine to. It also makes, I've been talking about how hard it was when I was young, but then once I started understanding it, it became something I was like, why is this weird? Like, why is this a conversation we're having that, somebody can be talking about my body in general or talking about it how they are? And why aren't women stepping in their power and owning who they are more? And MJ took that messaging and has brought it to a whole other place, and to come back for the 60th and really see who's a part of the conversation now, and to do that legend shoot and meet some of those women has just been really incredible.
Yeah. Truly so iconic.
Yeah. So cool. I think everyone was so excited to see that. How has it been with the other, the new women that have become a part of SI? Have they come to you for advice? Like just how you got advice from Cameron Diaz and Leslie Mann? Like, are the models coming to you like, Kate, how do we do this?
Well, I feel like modeling's so different, where we don't shoot together a lot of times. So we see each other at the launch, and it's kind of, already done. And
crazy,
hectic,
So some of them have come up and talked to me about, their journey of finding themselves or their body image. But, it's so different because on set, I, hung out with Leslie and Cameron for 3 months.
Right.
Yep.
And saw them every day. Like, they knew everything about me. And they knew my cycle.
Yeah, you all started linking up.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Modeling, acting, hosting. You are a mom.
Yes.
You have, I feel like, we see kind of going back to these viral moments, right? They're like, oh, we got Kate in the stands at the games, or all these things, like just, and you go hard, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I appreciate that, and that's how it should be.
I think everybody appreciates
but
it.
But what's like the kind of the baseball, the wife life like?
It is, being a baseball wife is absolutely insane. Like the schedule is wild. It's so long. I didn't know. I accidentally fell in love. I had no idea that they're
like, I'm sorry, wait, there's how many games?
Yeah. I was like, wait, I thought this was like a cute, like, summer thing.
It's baseball season. It's summer.
I'm like, this is 8 months. They're doing 163 games. No off day, no consecutive off days. Only Mondays and Thursdays. It's my favorite. This is my favorite bit. I'm like, I don't see him.
Yeah.
So especially when you start getting into late playoffs, when the baseball is so exciting, but you're like, I haven't seen my husband in months. Like, they better win.
Right.
It better be worth it.
Yeah, he put in all this work without seeing me.
And he is a winner. So
yeah,
good. Like,
that is, yes, exactly. And being
plays a big part.
Being a pitcher's wife is probably a whole other animal, because it's like, there's a lot there, you know.
Yeah. How are you watching games? Like, are you like, is it anxiety inducing or are you chill?
Yeah. Well, I feel like it is. There's a ton of anxiety. It's strange because I have no control. And was something when we first started dating I had to get used to, because in my career, you know, I have the control. I eat the failure, whatever it is. Like, if I say something wrong, like, that's on me. But to watch someone you love out there and have no control, it was a totally new experience. And so it already started this nervous energy running through me, like, oh no, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
And you want them to do well. You want them to feel good. Like, you know, he's my husband. I want him to come home and be happy and not be disappointed in how he played or what happened. So ultimately, like, I always say I'm there for the emotional support, usually not like the logistics. Like, I don't know what ball he's going to throw.
Right.
You're not like getting your mitt out. Like,
hey. You should really get a little more lift on your...
Although I do, one of my closest friends is Amy Cole. She's married to a Yankees pitcher. And she is a phenomenal softball player. And so she went out there a few times and like caught for her husband. I'm like, yeah, Justin, that's not happening. Like, you gotta call Amy up.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's funny.
I will cheer for you. I will support from afar.
But I am not your catcher like that.
Right. Are there times when, like, you see maybe the picture or the video after a game that's gotten some internet traction of you that you're like, oh my God, I didn't even realize I did that?
No, yeah. Also, when you're sitting in the suite, you're like, oh no, like up. Like, up my chin.
Right. Like, where even are you?
I'm like, why do they hate me?
Can we get a drone?
The stadium lighting. The stadium lighting, please.
Give me a cue to look down.
Light.
That's hilarious.
Well, like, now with hosting and doing Dress My Tour, is like hosting unscripted. Like, did you kind of get that bug? Because I just feel like that's got to be such a fun job to want to do. And
it's so fun. It's so hard. Like, I didn't really realize how many layers. You're almost like the on-screen showrunner.
Yeah.
Like, you're really managing the timing of things. And for season,
like the flow. Like,
right,
you have
exactly.
to make sure the show is paced right.
Yeah, and like, being a season one, there isn't a set pace.
Right.
So you're really kind of trying to find that.
You
and
make
there's
the rules.
Well, but there's a lot of cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You're setting the pace with the help of others.
Exactly. So it was, I kept joking on set, you know, the second to last episode, I'm like, guys, I figured out how to do it. I finally figured it out.
Well, that's when you say so season 2, right? Like, I got it.
This is a lot.
Right? You're like, I've got this figured out. So season 2 will be.
I'm like, we're gonna fly through this.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, that's amazing. And do you have anything next? Like, what's next after Dress My Tour?
Well, girl, I'm hoping to go on vacation.
I mean, and that is
the summer.
Yeah, perfectly acceptable answer. Yeah. We appreciate a vacation.
Yeah, we do.
I'm like,
we absolutely do. And a vacation is always needed. It's right.
Yes.
It's like August.
Yeah, I'm like, do I have to stay in this heat?
Yeah.
No.
Exactly. Well, Kate, thank you so much.
Yes, thank
for joining
you so
us.
much.
It was
Thank
so
you
nice
so
to
much
chatting
for
with
having
you.
me.
Everyone can go watch Trust My Tour on Hulu July 23rd. It premieres, like I said, you can go stream.
All
check
10
it out.
episodes.
Yes,
Yeah,
all
which
10
we
episodes
love.
at once.
Yeah, we love a
it.
binge.
Yes.
Love a binge. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank you so much for
Kate.
having me.
All right, everyone, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. We hopefully have some exciting things coming your way for the rest of the week while we're in Fiji. So stay tuned. Make sure you follow us on all our social pages, Chicks in the Office, on Instagram and on TikTok.
Yeah.
We will be posting a ton. And then you can find our personal pages.
Follow our personals.
Yeah, follow our personal pages too.
Yeah. I could use some backup
Yeah.
in my TikTok comments. Just, people just say, she's not going on the show.
Yeah, no, she's After Sun.
No, she hosts a podcast. A lot of people listen.
You'll be able to find our personal pages from the Chicks in the Office pages. We're linked both there. Different Instagram names versus different TikTok names.
Yep.
So go
Mine's
check
actually
us
the
out.
same.
That's good.
Yeah.
Mine's not because I'm Rhea on TikTok
You're
and
Rhea.
I'm Maria on Instagram.
Yeah.
All
More
right.
formal.
It's just that's what I start. You know. I
Yep.
I
No, I
didn't
know.
change it.
I know.
All right, everybody. That's it. Love you guys so very much, and stay tuned for all the fun things that we will be bringing you this week. Love you guys. Bye.